Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi! I hope you're having a great day and I hope that I can entertain you for a little while. I'm back today with another video and it's an extremely exciting one. My first collab, and I am running late as usual. If you saw my last video, you know that this is a candy themed collab and here are all the creators involved. You've probably already seen everyone else's videos, but if you haven't, you should totally go do that after this. They all made beautiful dolls, and their videos are definitely worth the watch. So, let's talk inspo. After unboxing all the goodies sent to me by Dolly Anna, my immediate thought was cotton candy. And if you can tell by the sign behind me, that's what we went with. Ame Cotton is my doll's Japanese-inspired name. It doesn't directly translate to cotton candy. Ame means something more like hard candy, and cotton means a cotton plant. Anyway, I just thought it would be a cute name, so that's what we went with. Also, I've been obsessed with dress designs like these that I found on Pinterest. I don't know who created these because with Pinterest people can post and repost whatever they want, but whoever the original creator was has my highest praise. These are beautiful designs. Anyway, I wanted to make something like one of those for my doll, but I didn't know how and I didn't have time to figure it out for this video. So I decided to go with some sort of cupcake Lolita inspired look. As usual, all the patterns I used will be linked in the description. So, if any of that sounds exciting to you, then you should totally stick around for this video. Let's get into it. I want to show you the fabrics I chose to use. I filmed this after I cut out all my pattern pieces, so I'm just going to be showing you the scraps that are left, but don't worry, I'm keeping all of these so I can use them in later projects. First, we have this pink and blue striped fabric. This is what initially made me want to make a cotton candy doll. Next is this beautiful blue satin fabric. It's a little wrinkly here, but once you iron it out, it looks amazing. Then we have some ribbon and lace. I used all of these for trims. I really love how the blue ribbon has an opaque and a transparent side. This pink ribbon is really interesting to me. I know things like this exist, but I personally have never had an elastic ribbon. And finally, this lace with hearts on it is so cute and dainty I couldn't help but use it. Next, we have this lace. I thought it was so beautiful, I just had to find something to do with it. And finally, I used this pink mesh as well. It's very stretchy and I really like it. Now, from my own stash, I used these pink and blue fabrics to keep with the cotton candy theme. I also grabbed this blue tulle fabric. Now let's get into the sewing montage. I spent a lot of time making this doll's outfit, and I'll show you all the pieces in just a second. I made her this collared shirt, overall skirt, petticoat, stockings, and scarf. Moving on to her jewelry, I started by making a bracelet and anklet with the foam balls I received. I used a needle with some elastic beading thread to string them all together. This was actually so much fun, and I'm really sad that it was such a quick process because I could have sat there and done this for hours.
It's so cute. Oh my god, I love it.
They ended up being super adorable, and I kind of want some bracelets like this now. Now I'm making her hairpiece. I used some of the pom-poms, plush hearts, and one of the bows I received. I also added some chains with rhinestone charms from my own collection. I used an epoxy glue to stick all of these things to the head of a pin that I will later stick into her head. I think it turned out really cute, and I think it looks perfect for a cotton candy doll. Finally, I have to make the chain belt that I have planned for her.
That just shot everywhere.
This was quite the process, but it was a lot of fun. I used a coil of jewelry chain that I had and some connectors to make a moderately complicated design. Most of the confusion and complication came from having to count chain loops and do math. I started with a piece of chain to go around her waist and attached a clip to the end. Then I was just winging it until something cute happened. After I finished the belt, I remembered I was sent these beads that spell out candy. So I got those out, and then I went to my own stash and I got some more beads to spell out cotton. Also, I'm really sorry about how fuzzy the footage is here. There must have been a smudge on my phone at the time. I used some jewelry wire to make loops to attach the beads to the belt, and then I put it all together. This is the finished belt. I always have to do some finagling to make it all sit right, but it is super cute. This is all the jewelry and accessories that I made for my doll. The bow was actually something that I sewed, but I thought it fit more in jewelry and accessories than clothing. Oh, also, the earrings came from a pack of earrings that I got at Walmart. Now we're on to shoes. I also received these blue and pink felt fabrics and decided to use them for her shoes. I used the clay I was given to make these shoe bases, and then I started gluing the felt to them. Honestly, I'm not all that good at making shoes, so it was pretty difficult for me. I tried to skip through most of the struggle for you. After finishing the base of the shoe, I wanted to turn them into Mary Jane style shoes to fit with my Cupcake Lolita inspo. So here I'm adding the strap. Here you can see me putting the strap on the wrong side of the shoe. I felt very stupid when I did this, but at least I realized it before the glue dried. Now that the shoes are all put together, I have to decorate them. I start out by putting some chains on them to tie in the belt and hairpiece that I made earlier. Then I grabbed these adorable beads that I was given and glued them to the shoes. I used blue, pink, and purple beads to go with the cotton candy theme and also to tie in my doll's purple skin. Finally, I attached the chains to the back of the shoes, and the shoes are finished. This is the doll that I will be using. I believe her name is Jane Boolittle. I think her purple skin will look great with cotton candy blue and pink, so that's why I chose her. First, I'm going to give her some new hair. I was given several colors and textures of yarn and some pink hair, and I'll be using all of it. I cut the yarn to half the length of the hair, and then I went through the rerouting process almost like normal. I just didn't plug every hole, because if I did, her hair would have been way too full. I apparently forgot to reveal her hair before I started the face repaint, so you'll just have to wait until the end for the hair reveal. Let's get started on her face. I wanted to give her big blue anime eyes and lots of pink eyeshadow and blush. I will also be giving her white eyebrows because some of her hair is white. I start by sketching out her eyes, irises, pupils, and eyelids. Once I'm happy with that, I move on to her eyebrows. I want them to be cute, short, anime eyebrows with visible individual hairs. And then I start adding color to her eyes, white for her sclera and blue for her irises. After that, I give her some pink eyeshadow. The last part of this layer is blushing for her forehead, nose, and cheeks. This is how she looks after the first layer. As you can see, the color didn't quite stick to her left eye, so for the second layer, I do the same process, but I really try to push the color into that left eye. The one thing that I did do differently for the second layer is that I started adding glitter. So this is how she looks after the second layer. She's definitely starting to look better. I skipped a few layers here and went straight to the finishing details because all the in-between layers are just the same process. Here, I'm just adding the last bit of color and glitter that I can. This is how she looks before I add the very final details. Here, I'm giving her some eye shines to make her eyes really pop. I stuck with basic circles for this one. Then I give her some super long lashes that I got on clearance after Halloween. And finally, I add glossy varnish to her eyes and lips. Taking her hair out of the cloth and finally seeing her face and hair together is always the most satisfying part. And now it's time for the final reveal. So here she is, the final version of Ame Kotton. Thank y'all so much for watching. I had so much fun with this collab even though I'm running super late. Again, if you haven't already, go watch everyone else's videos. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Bye y'all!